It's a pleasure to be supporting the important work that AfriBC is doing. I had hoped to be with you for the whole day, but unfortunately my 1-year-old needed me and she's napping outside as we speak here. Not on her own, I should clarify. So a pleasure to be here, both because of the work that I'll be describing, the Cambridge Global Challenges, as well as because of my background in neuroscience. So fantastic to be here with you today. Cambridge Global Challenges is the cross-school, cross-department research initiative of the university that mobilizes what Cambridge can offer to Southern-led research agendas. We follow the blueprints of the Sustainable Development Goals to guide the themes that we focus on, to guide the partnerships we establish, and to guide our strategy. All the work that we do is led by the expertise of colleagues in low-income countries, and it has the dual ambition of advancing science of excellence, as well as, and with the same importance, delivering impact on the ground. Because there is this dual ambition of science and impact, it's absolutely crucial for us that we not only mobilize expertise from different academic disciplines, but that we also collaborate with experts from different sectors. So our research is, as a result, fundamentally interdisciplinary and cross-sector. We convene a network of 700 plus members. And this is formed by Global South organizations in all 6 schools of our university. And as I mentioned before, this expertise comes from so these members come from different academic disciplines and from different sectors. I think it helps to give an idea of how the projects that we facilitate in a variety of ways, and I'll say a bit about that as well, how these projects look like in practice. They typically bring together the expertise of the partner in the university or research institution in the Global South, as well as experts from different sectors in the Global South. And it's one, the other, or both that put together and propose a research agenda to colleagues here in Cambridge. When Cambridge has something to offer, and that's not, of course, always the case, CGC's, Cambridge Global Challenges, role is to mobilize expertise from within our university. And to give you a flavor, we tap into thematic research initiatives from across the university, as well as single departments. And we also tap into existing partnerships that colleagues from across our university have established over their whole careers, should that complement the agenda that's being put forward by the Southern experts. At the moment, we focus on 3 main areas, post-COVID and pandemic preparedness. So to give you an idea, with Tabitha, colleagues in Cambridge Africa, as well as colleagues in the Cambridge Public Health Initiative, we did, over the first 18 months of the pandemic, convened expertise, facilitated projects and funding to 43 different initiatives in the Global South. We also focus on climate adaptation, and this is done in collaboration with Cambridge Zero. To give you an example, in preparation to COP26, we worked with renowned scholars in Kenya, in Brazil, and in India to provide evidence on how a carbon zero future might look like in 2050. Just an example, as well as youth and work. It's the third theme that we're focusing on at the moment. So how does youth in the Global South make a smooth transition from training and from their education to fulfilling jobs, to jobs that ensure livelihoods and that pay attention to the needs, demands, and shifts in the labor market. We are extremely fortunate to, in all the work that we do at Cambridge Global Challenges, be guided by world-leading scholars and experts in the Global South. And this is an example of a recent conference that brought together that expertise and that reflected on how the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, might be achieved with the expertise and with the priorities from countries that we collaborate with. To finish as an invitation, these are the 4 main types of support that we offer to members of our network. So we support partnership building, and today is an excellent example of that being done. In partnership building, we pay close attention to how in practice these partnerships can be equitable. So we work together with funders on that. And funder conveners as well. We support the design of these interdisciplinary cross-sector research agendas that are led by Southern experts. And this is a recent example looking at locally led climate adaptation and the knowledge that colleagues in Bangladesh lead on to adapt to the climate crisis. We also support funding applications. So once we have well-established partnerships and well-defined research agendas, we also support funding applications that can enact the jointly defined research priorities. And we also work around the implementation of this research. Implementation plans are made from the very beginning at the point that we're planning these programs. But for the sake of this explanation, it makes sense to have it at the end. And this is an example of work that we did in Southern Africa around the development of innovation ecosystems around that they are catalyzed by research institutions and universities in the region, as an example. So it would be fantastic to stay in touch. And apologies once again that I can't stay on for much longer, but I'm in touch with the organizers, and it would be fantastic to hear more about the conversation you're having here today and the things that we might be able to do together in the future. Thank you.